Hey everyone, James from Explore Americana here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Tucumcari, New Mexico, a town that once promised travelers Tucumcari tonight, with over 2,000 motel rooms, and became the largest settlement between Amarillo, Texas and Albuquerque, New Mexico, along Route 66. But when Interstate 40 bypassed this place in 1981, everything changed. What was left behind is a fascinating time capsule of America's Mother Road, part ghost town, part living museum, and entirely unforgettable. Before Tucumcari became a Route 66 icon, this place had a much rougher reputation. Back in 1901, it started as a railroad construction camp with the nickname that tells you everything Bush, which feels pretty fitting given its Wild West origins. Everything changed in 1926 when Route 66 was built straight through town. Suddenly, Tucumcari transformed from a rough railroad stop into one of the most important overnight destinations on America's Main Street. And this right here is the crown jewel of Tucumcari, the Blue Swallow Motel. Built in 1939, this place isn't just surviving, it's thriving as a National Register of Historic Places landmark. Look at that distinctive neon swallow sign and that classic pink stucco facade. But what really makes this place special is the woman who ran it for 40 years, Lillian Redmond. From 1958 to 1998, she became a local legend for her hospitality, personally greeting every guest and making them feel like family. The Blue Swallow represents everything Route 66 was supposed to be: personal service, roadside charm, and that promise that adventure was just one more night's stay away. While so many other motels crumbled after the interstate bypass, this one kept its doors open and its neon burning. But just walk a few blocks in any direction, and you'll see what happened when Route 66 was officially decommissioned in 1985. These abandoned motels and restaurants tell the story of a town that lost its lifeline overnight. At its peak, Tucumcari had those 2,000 motel rooms I mentioned, an incredible number for a small New Mexico town. The famous Tucumcari Tonight billboard campaign stretched for miles in both directions, luring tired motorists off the highway with promises of comfortable beds and hot meals. When Interstate 40 opened in 1981, it bypassed Tucumcari completely. Travelers who used to stop here for the night can now blow past at 75 miles per hour without even seeing the town. And thanks to community support and a historic preservation grant, years, row after row of revitalized, closed their doors. Then there's TP Curios, a classic Route 66 roadside attraction that's no longer in operation, but remains standing as a symbol of the town's kitschy entrepreneurial heyday. What's fascinating about Tucumcari today is how it's leaning into its Route 66 identity. These murals celebrate the town's golden age, and preservation efforts are ongoing to restore vintage neon signs that have been damaged by decades of desert winds. The New Mexico Route 66 Association has been instrumental in helping restore these iconic signs. They understand the story of what happened when America moved on from the Mother Road. This is what I love about places like Tucumcari. They're honest. They don't hide their scars or pretend the past didn't happen. They wear their story on their sleeves, or in this case, on their storefronts. Tucumcari went from six-shooter sighting to Route 66 boomtown to bypassed ghost town, and somehow it's still here, still fighting to preserve what made it special. Places like the Blue Swallow prove that with enough passion and preservation effort, these forgotten pieces of Americana don't have to disappear completely. If you're planning on a Route 66 road trip, don't just blow past Tucumcari on I-40. Take the exit, spend the night, and experience what it was like when the journey mattered as much as the destination. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.